Hey guys, Jason Constantine here, and today we're checking out the MXR Custom Badass Modified OD. What we're going to do is we're going to run the overdrive through its paces a little bit, and I'll give you a couple close-ups towards the end of all the controls and everything that it does. The Custom Badass Modified OD is fairly different than most of the other overdrives out there on the market. One of the main things is the EQ shaping that it allows. One of the really cool things about it is if you're playing an amp, low wattage amps that really don't push a lot of bottom end, you can dial in a nice fat full bottom with this overdrive in a really cool way. What we're running today is a Jet City 20H head, EL84 output tubes, Mesa Boogie 412 with vintage 30s, SM57 on the cab, and one of my October guitars. Just to give you an idea, here's just the sound of the amp straight up all on its own. And now we're going to kick on the overdrive. All the controls on the overdrive right now are at 12 o'clock, and the bump button is not pushed in. So as you can see, it gains up the amp fairly nicely. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up the output control completely, and I'm going to bring down the gain knob to about 1/4, and I'll give you an idea of what that sounds like. All right, so as you can see, you can really push the front end of the amp to give it a little more grit. We're going to gain up the amp just slightly, a little bit more here. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the gain control up to 12. Volume output is still at full. Tone and the 100 hertz control are still flat. All right, now let's go gain full on, output full on, and still all the other controls at 12 o'clock. All right, the next thing we're going to show you is I'm going to bring down the gain back to about 1/4 again. Output still fully on. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some palm mutes here, and I'm going to turn the bump control on and off. It's a low-end push that the overdrive has on it, so let's check it out. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the bump off, and we're going to dial with the 100 hertz control up and down. I'm just going to sweep through the entire range of the pot. So as you can see, it's got quite a wide range of dynamics. What we're going to do now, I'll bring the bump control on. The low end about 3/4 of the way up, set it about 3 o'clock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the tone control to about 2 o'clock. And these are pretty much my typical settings for this pedal. So that's the MXR Custom Badass Overdrive. Check it out.